The country, real woods. That's what you like to see, putting on a show for the fans.
I think this is, Iowa likes to see this.
Bonus points.
Yeah, bonus points and not letting guys slow down your pace, but just putting points on the board and wrestling your match.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you're outmatched by the book or on record, you're outmatched. You want to slow them down. You want to slow them down. But who we got here at 150?
49.
149.
We got Caleb Rathjen wrestling for the Hawkeyes. Richard Fedelin for the Columbia Lions. Rachi's first, not his first match of the season, but first time in the lineup for a dual meet. He's been to a couple opens.
Yeah, like I said with Schriever, you really want to get the fans out of their seats. Get something for them to remember you by, because you never know if that's your last time in the lineup or if it's starting something special. And I think Schriever really did a good job getting tough in that match. But now Rachi's got a chance to do the same thing, is get people fired up. Rathjen, an Iowa native, hits a really nice outside step or a high crotch, kind of his patent high crotch. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's a nice looking shot. I mean, you learn that when you're 5 years old wrestling, but I mean, it works.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I've hit since I was 4 years old, I'll still hit today, and that's just something you always can go back to the basics and what really
There's a
counts.
reason you learn a high crotch first.
You're right. The guy was falling back too, so he brought his chest and his whole body to the leg, and that guy just kind of just fell down and crumbled. But Columbia he's holding his base pretty well. Rachi's really wanting to drive him to the mat and break him down, but this guy's basing out, wanting to get to his feet. He's in a tripod.
Yeah, Rathjen, good return there.
Yeah, you do that, Young.
Very Mirren-esque.
Young does that return to me, and it's frustrating because you're almost out, and then he does that like lazy man return, which it's not lazy. You're wrestling, but you don't have to exert a ton of energy lifting him. So it's smart.
Rathjen gets off another half attack. Columbia fends off. Rathjen hits another shot under him a little bit, coming up with an underhook maybe.
Yeah, Rachi's at 1:05 riding time, 3-1 late in the first period. He's wanting to end on top.
Columbia, a little arm drag attempt. Looks like they're gonna finish this period on their feet, 3-1. Rathjen goes bottom to start the second period.
Yeah, as you guys could see that replay on there, I mean, beautiful, beautiful high crotch. Gotta love to see it. Second period, rolling right into it. Rathjen to his feet, that's what you like to see. He's wanting to stay on his feet and not let this guy return him. Tom May was seeing something that the ref couldn't really see. He might have been a locking hands or something. He was getting out of his seat with the challenge brick, but not necessary apparently.
See if Rathjen can get back to that high crotch. He's faking it. Good hand movement.
For those of you that are just tuning in,
there's a high crotch there. Columbia's under that left arm. Rathjen lifts and puts him down.
Yeah, the fans love to see that. They like to see they like to see people getting off their feet and putting guys down hard. That's fun to watch. It's kind of like a Gabe Arnold takedown with Iowa State and then Oregon State as well.
Yeah, I mean, that limits the scrambling that your opponent can do when their feet aren't on the mat.
Yeah.
They go out of bounds, 35 seconds left to go here in the second. Rathjen holds a 7-1 lead. He's got a minute 27 riding time.
Yeah, and this is tough for a team like Columbia that's, like you said, they've had a tough start of the season. They had Michigan and Ohio State, and so they have another top program in the Big Ten, and they're down 13-0. So
yeah, I mean, it's two ways you can look at it. They got really, it's hard to get wins, or it's good opportunities to get good competition. Go and start your season.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of times that can light fires under guys. Like they get up for these duels and they get a win under the belt or against an Iowa guy or Ohio State or Michigan, and then it just keeps them rolling and puts their name really on the board. So anyone on this lineup that's coming up for Columbia is wanting to put their name out there. And so if I'm coaching or talking to the guys at Iowa, it's like, you know what, they're wanting to sting you, and they're wanting to steal a match. They're wanting to steal a match. Maybe not win the duel, but they want to steal the match. Good underhook.
Yeah, Columbia to his feet here.
Nice movement by Rathjen.
Back to that high crotch, sits him down.
Man, I would do that like 10 more times. It's worked. It's worked every time. He shot probably, 3 times, and he scored 3 times.
I mean, if it looks that good every time, I would just keep going to it.
Yeah. Because if he can't defend it that well at the beginning, imagine what he's going to do when he's tired with a minute left in the third period. Just keep going.
Yeah, I think part of the reason Rathjen's high crotch works so well, he's good at getting weight coming onto that front foot and timing. Really smooth.
Yeah, man, great movement. That's what you like to see, hands and feet moving. Snapping, faking, elbow passes.
Rathjen's got the major decision right now with riding time, but I think he's looking to build on that a little.
Yeah, and then here Rathjen getting a little out of position.
Not where he wants to be.
That might be stalling on red. Yeah, that's a stall call. They were wrestling, and then he just stopped wrestling. I think Rathjen was getting really aggressive in the hand fight. Columbia had nice double unders, and then Rathjen was just being smart and aggressive and just out-wrestled him, to be honest.
Yeah, that's just an awareness position. So it makes the match 11-3.
Yeah, and that's frustrating for Columbia, I assume, because, I mean, you just stopped wrestling on the edge. You were wrestling the first or the last 30 seconds of the match, and you just kind of stopped on the edge.
Time winding down here in the third. Rathjen's got a 14-3 lead with riding time secured.
And Rathjen in the match, 15-3, major decision. Gives a fist bump to the crowd, shakes hands, gets his hand raised. That's what you like to see.
You think he's flexing at a certain someone out there, or just to the fans in general?
I think he might have someone.
Good for him.
Or his mom.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. All right. No panic.